Did you know that the average person replaces their iPhone charging cable every 6 months because of that dreaded neck fray or the accessory not supported pop-up? It is a total nightmare. We have all been there, tethered to a wall like a hostage because the cord is too short, or waking up to a dead battery because the cheap cable gave up overnight. Today, we are ending that cycle. We have rounded up the absolute best iPhone Lightning cables on Amazon that actually last. All the links are in the description below, so do check them out to find your perfect match. What is your biggest charging pet peeve? Is it the short length or the cable breaking right at the tip? Let me know in the comments. Let's dive into our top picks and see which one deserves a spot in your tech bag. 8. iPhone Charger 3-pack, 10 feet, nylon braided. Have you ever tried to scroll through TikTok in bed, but you have to lay in a weird, uncomfortable position because your charger won't reach the pillow? It's the worst. This 10-foot 3-pack is the ultimate solution for anyone who needs serious range. These cables are basically the long-distance runners of the charging world. With a massive 3-meter radius, you can charge your phone from the backseat of a car or the far side of a sectional sofa without breaking a sweat. The build quality here is a massive step up from the flimsy white cords Apple gives you. We're talking double-braided nylon that feels like a climbing rope. It's been lab-tested to survive over 10,000 bends. Inside, there's a high-purity copper core that supports 2.4 amps fast charging. Because they are MFi Certified, you don't have to worry about those annoying error messages. The high-density weave also prevents that bird's nest of tangles in your drawer. When you compare these to a premium brand like Anker, the value is insane. While Anker might have a slightly higher bend rating, you get 3 of these for less than the price of one Anker cable. It's the perfect bang-for-your-buck choice for families. However, keep in mind that since they are USB-A, they won't give you that 0 to 50% in 30-minute speed you get with USB-C. Also, 10 feet of heavy-duty cable is a bit bulky for a small pocket, but for home use, they are unbeatable. What do you think? Is 10 feet too long or just right? 7. iPhone charging cable 6 feet. If 10 feet feels like too much rope to manage, the 6-foot 3-pack is that Goldilocks length, just right. It gives you double the reach of a standard cable without feeling like you're carrying a garden hose. These are designed for the person who wants a reliable, everyday cable that can survive being tossed in a backpack or pulled on by a pet. The double nylon braiding is rugged and feels premium, and the laser-welded aluminum connectors mean the tips won't snap off inside your phone. Performance-wise, these cables deliver a steady 2.4 amps charge and 480 megabits per second data sync. This means you can back up your photos to your laptop while topping off your battery. The Extended Strain Relief SR joint is the real hero here. It's designed specifically to absorb the stress at the point where cables usually snap. It's like having a shock absorber for your charger. Compared to the Anker Powerline 2, these are the budget-friendly champions. You're getting 3 MFi certified cables for the price of 1, which is great for keeping one in the car, one at the office, and one by the bed. One thing to watch out for. The aluminum housing is a bit thicker than the original Apple ones, so if you have a very tight, rugged case, it might be a snug fit. Also, remember these are USB-A, so you'll need those classic rectangular wall bricks. Does anyone else miss the simplicity of USB-A? Or are you all in on USB-C now? 6. 3-in-1 multi-iPhone charger cable, 6 feet, 2-pack. Okay, this one is a total game changer for households with multiple iPhones. Imagine having one cable plugged into the wall that can charge 3 different devices at the same time. This 3-in-1 cable takes a single USB-C input and splits it into 3 Lightning outputs. It is the ultimate clutter killer for your nightstand. If you've got an iPhone 14, an iPad, and an older iPhone for work, you can fuel them all from one outlet. The best part? The main port supports 20-watt power delivery PD fast charging. So if you're only charging one device, it's lightning fast. When you plug in 3, the power splits, but it's still incredibly convenient for overnight charging. The 6-foot length ensures that even with the split, you still have room to move around. The nylon braiding is high quality and prevents the internal copper from fraying, which is a common issue with multi-port cables. Compared to the Anker 3-in-1, which usually has different tips like micro USB and USB-C, this one is specifically for the Apple ecosystem. It's a better value if your whole family uses iPhones. The only downside is the hub where the cable splits. It can be a little bulky and might snag when you're pulling it out of a crowded bag. But for the convenience of charging 3 phones at once, it's a small price to pay. Would this solve the "who took my charger" fight in your house? 5. 4-in-1 USB-C multi-charging cable, 45 watts, 3 feet. If you are a tech enthusiast or a digital nomad, this 4-in-1 cable is your new best friend. It is like the Swiss Army knife of chargers. It features interchangeable heads on both ends, allowing you to switch between USB-C to USB-C, USB-C to Lightning, USB-A to USB-C, and USB-A to Lightning. Whether you're plugging into a modern MacBook or an old airplane USB port, this cable has you covered. It even supports 45-watt power delivery, which is enough to fast charge an iPhone or even power a MacBook Air. The design is super smart. It uses a flat nylon braid, which is much harder to tangle than round cables. Plus, the adapter caps are tethered, so you won't lose them when you swap modes. It even supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is rare for multi-cables. Most budget multi-cables are charge-only, but this one actually handles data transfer like a pro. In comparison to the Anker 3-in-1, this Susnwere model is much more future-proof because it includes a USB-C input. Most modern wall bricks are USB-C now, so this fits right in. The 3-foot length is perfect for a desk or a car console to keep things tidy, though it might be a bit short for lounging in bed. The zinc alloy heads also help dissipate heat, so the cable stays cool even during 45-watt charging. Are you the type of person who carries 5 different cables? Or do you prefer one that does it all? 4. USB-C to Lightning cable 3 feet, 2-pack. If speed is your #1 priority, this is the pick for you. These USB-C to Lightning cables are designed for one thing: power delivery, PD. When you pair these with a 20-watt or 30-watt wall brick, you can blast your iPhone from 0% to 50% in about 30 minutes. It is a literal lifesaver when you're about to head out and realize your phone is at 4%. This 2-pack gives you that pro-level speed without the Apple Store price tag. These cables use the upgraded C94 connector, which is the quote gold standard for fast charging and safety. The TPE jacket is incredibly flexible, but reinforced to handle over 25,000 bends. It feels much more premium than the standard white cable, and the strain relief joints are extra long to prevent the dreaded neck snap. Since they are only 3 feet long, they are the perfect companion for a portable power bank or a laptop setup where you don't want extra cord clutter. Compared to the Anker Powerline 3, you're getting 2 MFi certified cables for way less money. Anker might have a slightly thinner connector, but these RCTech cables are just as fast and durable. Just remember, you must have a USB-C wall block to use these. They won't fit the old USB-A cubes. They're perfect for students and commuters who need a quick top-off between classes or meetings. Do you prefer the short, tidy 3-foot cables, or do you always go for the longer ones? 3. Durcord 10-foot MFi Certified iPhone Charger, 3-pack. The Durcord 10-foot cables are built like tanks. If you have kids or pets who are tough on cords, these are the ones you want. They feature a unique anti-slippery tread on the aluminum connectors, which makes them super easy to grip and pull out. No more yanking on the wire itself and causing damage. The 2-shade braided nylon doesn't just look cool. It's rated for 25,000 bends, making it one of the most durable USB-A cables on the market. At 10 feet long, these offer total freedom. You can be charging your phone in the kitchen while sitting at the dining table, or let your kids use their iPads in the very back of the van during a road trip. The 3D aluminum shells are also great for heat dissipation, ensuring the cable doesn't get hot while syncing data or fast charging at 2.4 amps. They are fully MFi certified, so they are guaranteed to work with every iOS update. When you put these up against Anker's Powerline Plus 2, the Durcord holds its own for a fraction of the price. While Anker is famous for its strength, Durcord offers that specialized grip and the same MFi safety for a much better value. The only trade-off is that 10 feet of heavy-duty cable is quite heavy and takes up some space in a bag. But for a permanent charging station on your couch, it's perfect. Do you find yourself charging your phone in the car often? These are a lifesaver for the back seat. 2. RCTech USB-C to Lightning cable 3-pack, 6 feet. Coming in at number 2, we have the RCTech 6-foot USB-C cables. This is the ultimate modern setup bundle. Since almost every new iPhone user is switching to USB-C power delivery bricks, having a 3-pack of high-speed 6-foot cables is the smartest move you can make. These offer that sweet spot length, long enough to use your phone comfortably, but short enough that you're not tripping over them. Plus, you get that 20-watt fast charging speed that can change your life. These cables are made of high-conductivity, thick copper, which means they stay cool even when they are pushing max power. The TPE material is super flexible and heat-resistant, rated for 20,000 bends. While they aren't nylon braided, the TPE is a much higher grade than the standard Apple rubber. They are sleek, white, and look great with your other Apple gear. MFi certification ensures they will never stop working after an iOS update, which is the peace of mind we all need. Compared to the Anker Powerline 3, the value here is just staggering. You get 3 6-foot cables for the price of 1 premium brand cord. It's the perfect way to outfit your whole house with fast charging. One minor con is that the white TPE can get a bit dirty over time compared to braided cables, and they can tangle a bit more easily. But if you want the fastest charging speeds and a comfortable length for your whole family, this 3-pack is a total winner. Are you ready to ditch your old slow chargers for good? 1. Susnwere 4-pack MFi Certified charging cables, 6 feet. Finally, at number 1, we have the Susnwere 4-pack. This is the absolute king of value and reliability. For a very low price, you get 4 high-quality MFi Certified 6-foot cables. This is enough to put one in your bedroom, one in the kitchen, one in your car, and still have a spare for your travel bag. It's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it solution for iPhone charging. You won't have to go hunting for a cable ever again. These cables feature laser-welded 3D aluminum joints that are incredibly tough. They are designed to fit perfectly, even if you have a bulky, protective case like an OtterBox. The reinforced TPE is rated for 12,000 bends, and the high-purity copper ensures a stable 2.4 amp charge. They might be USB-A, but they are quick charge compatible, meaning they are much faster than those generic cheap cables you find at gas stations. Why is this number 1? Because it solves the cable crisis for an entire household in one go. While premium brands like Anker offer slightly more durability, Susnwere offers good enough durability with massive quantity and MFI safety. For most people, having 4 reliable cables is way better than having one indestructible one. They are the perfect blend of length, safety, and price. If you're tired of accessory not supported messages and want a cable in every room, this is the pack to buy. Which of these picks surprised you the most? All right, that wraps up our look at the best iPhone Lightning cables you can get on Amazon right now. Whether you need the extreme length of a 10-foot cord or the blistering speed of USB-C power delivery, there is something on this list for everyone. All the links are in the description below, so go ahead and grab the one that fits your life. If this video helped you out, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment about which cable you're picking, and subscribe for more tech deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.